Feature Friday.
The freshest. What up, people? Welcome to Feature Friday. Today it's Friday and we're checking out Arabic music for the second time around because because it was banging and I'm here for it.
Yeah, we actually had a plan for a good while, but we just hadn't gotten around to sort of scheduling things and stuff like that. But we
got an amazing list of artists though.
It's here. One of the things I'm trying to understand is also obviously it's hard to get everyone from sort of all the Arabic music industry that is so broad. That's like, you know, Afrobeat. When people say Afrobeat, it's like, hold on, mate, that's a whole continent. Or when they say like Latin music, that's like, well, that's the whole South America. Correct. So it's very hard to sort of find artists that represent every section, you know, or every part of Arabic music. We have tried. It seems Morocco, it's very popular. I don't know if it's because it's popular on the channel and so many people from Morocco watch. We've got some friends from Morocco as well.
There's also a lot of like activity in the Moroccan music industry overall.
Lebanon as well.
Lebanon,
Egypt is very active.
It's very active.
But today we're checking out. So we're checking, you know, Morocco, Lebanon, like UAE. The UAE. We're checking out, I think, an Iraqi singer.
Cool.
So there's a bunch of different parts of the world. Egypt. So. Yeah, if you do have any more recommendations or perhaps you'd like us to do a part 3 or something like that, just drop it down in the comment section below and I'm sure if other people agree, we'll be more than happy to do a third one and we'll find out. But apart from that, enjoy the song, mate.
Dressed up in poems, I wrote on the rails of the platform left for the lonely. I walked out in red, I wore my hair straight, kept my tears in for the journey. And now I wonder where we're going, 'cause if it isn't here, I wonder from where you're calling, and I wonder where we're going, buscando girasoles en el medio del desorden. El silencio se enredó en mi cabello y las palabras se atascaron en mi cuello. Entre el mar y el viento, me encuentro perdida en este tren sin tiempo. And I wonder where we're going, 'cause if it isn't here, I wonder from where you're calling. And I wonder where we're going, buscando girasoles en el medio del desorden, en el medio del desorden. En este viaje sin tiempo, los días pasan y me quedo sin aliento. The map of this journey finds me. Y ya no tengo casa y me faltan estaciones. Voy con calma, but you still haven't found me. And I wonder where we're going, 'cause if it isn't here, I wonder from where you're calling. And I wonder where we're going, arrastrando girasoles en el medio del desorden, en el medio del desorden.
So it's like you took happiness from his roots. So to some extent, you kind of took happiness away, like a sunflower and dragged it along. It's like this idea of like happiness is this glistening bowl that you can just every time you have it's always shining and it's always the same, but it really isn't.
Sunflower is the what it would.
The spectacle of happiness. but it's already broken because he took it out of the room.
All right, so a few little announcements. You can get all of this outfit that I'm wearing right now clicking on the links on the pinned comment below. I know that some of you have been really interested into knowing what I'm wearing, when and where it's from, so we've put a little bit of work in, and then we've shown you exactly where I got the items from. So go ahead, click the links and let us know if you got it. That's
It's a bit hard finding out all the items that she actually owns.
It's hard. Yeah. Including accessories and everything, so that's pretty dope.
Well, they're all over. This from H&M. Just check if they ship where you live or some shit. And then, if you actually do just by visiting the websites, love you supporting the channel and things like that. But yeah, first singer.
Okay, first singer.
None other than Faouzia.
That's right. It's a familiar face. It's a familiar name. This is a stripped version of Tears of Gold, and I think this is her cover of that.
I always
classic
mispronounce her name.
Yeah,
is it Faouzia?
I think it's Faouzia, but I don't actually know how
She's
to pronounce
Moroccan
it.
Canadian.
That's
We
right.
are familiar with some of her work. We actually listened to quite a bit of it off camera,
camera.
but we've never heard the stripped version of Tears of Gold.
Well, it's a little bit hard to cover her though, because in the channel the copyright issues
blocked.
are a bit tight. But we do love her work a lot.
Yeah. Hopefully you get to see this.
See, come on, her voice is awesome.
Yeah, I think his stripped versions is such a good addition because it showcases her quality.
Yeah, it shows all her influences.
Told me that I was too naive, gave away my trust for pennies. I said, don't you worry, didn't think that I'd be broken down and crying.
Because there's so many influences at play.
She is so grounded though.
All you do is come on, I just came here to collect. Red check, heart and debt. Don't you know that I cried tears of gold for you?
That's not the same song I thought it was. Ooh.
Collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry. Platinum and
What a cool phrasing lyricism.
given no lies for you. General
It's a good angle as well for someone like you can
Yeah.
analyze things.
me, so I'm broken. Your heart's rich because of me.
I adore it, adore it. I love how grounded she is at the beginning. She's very resonant. So I would say she's a natural alto. So you have a lot of advantages that come with being a natural alto, like that resonance, that velvetiness, the rich edge to her vocals. They become very indulgent. It's something that you can get lost in her music. I love her lyricism. It's really clever. But then you also see some of that brilliance that comes through in the belt. But I think that vocal flexibility comes from her Moroccan influences, and she lets them shine through, especially at the top of her range the most.
Well,
I really like that.
That's sort of the benefit of being able to discover, not just, what would you call it, dive deeper with artists that we're kind of already familiar with, but also discover new things, is that we can then have a better understanding in the whole sort of Arab music scene, and perhaps it would be interesting as well, maybe at some point we can do like a Arab classics, or some of the songs that shaped the industry.
Correct.
Or that, because again, it's so hard. Like, we could essentially just do a Moroccan special, which I think we have in the past.
Done, yeah.
We could just do, an Egyptian special or UAE special, something like that. So it is very interesting to see what are some of the songs that have shaped and influenced some of these, Western singers now.
So what are the voices and the different type of influences? Because I think that dictates a lot of where the new generation popular music actually comes from.
I would imagine she sounds different when she speaks in, I don't know what language they speak in Morocco. I always ask that question. And
I think she would sound pretty resonant. I think
no,
she'll
she'll definitely sound, similar. But languages do play a role in sort of...
Correct, in the positioning of the larynx.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
she is singing in English.
it would be
You're right.
interesting to see her perhaps singing in her native language.
Correct, yeah.
Anyways, go on.
I know that this is my fault. Gave a little too much. Knew that this was gonna happen, but I'm not gonna lie. You can make me cry 1,000 times.
Yeah, the phrasing is so cool.
Fantastic.
Going on with my head. Red, check, hard, and dead.
Yeah, I like her lyricism. It's very nice.
Red, check, hard, and dead. Don't you know that I cry tears of gold for you? I sit here proud for you. Collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry.
Fantastic takes in the camera.
For you, I'd give no less for you. Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken. Your heart's rich because of me. And those bodies are doing all over again.
Come on, it's brilliantly mixed.
It's never gonna end. I keep coming right back like a maniac. I keep coming right back like oh. And those bodies are doing all over again. Those bodies, I know it's never gonna end. I keep coming right back like a maniac.
That's such an interesting.
I cry tears of gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because her belting technique, it's so different. It's so completely different. And this is one of those singers that, from a technical perspective, they have shaped the technique tailored basically to them. It's so specific to what they require that it wouldn't apply to everybody else. So it would be really hard to model because she belts with a really flat tongue positioning. So I think a lot of the work happens. This is just a guess. A lot of the work happens within the larynx. So a lot of it is just the tilt and the shift and the actual effort, because it's very physical. It's very grounded towards the back as well. It's very But it's interesting because the tongue plays such a huge role, and the fact that she actually flattens it and pushes it forward, not to touch the tip of the tongue, because that creates the whole slide effect, and it makes the soft palate lift towards the back of the mouth. But in this particular case, she's so flat. Actually, you can see it perfectly here. It's so completely flat. There's no usage of that high soft palate resonance. It's quite interesting. I don't know how to make it work. So yeah,
I think she's also probably one of those unique voices in the industry, and I think that's probably why she's sort of garnered
one of her charms.
Yeah, she sort of garnered such not only such a fandom, but also such intrigue. Like, people are really interested in. I can see it, from the comments and the messages we sort of receive. You guys are very intrigued, especially with a brain like yours. They're very interesting on knowing what do we think of technique and sort of her technical ability, and also her compositions. And I'm sure she's very popular amongst the reviewers and stuff. So. It is
no wonder though. She is fascinating to watch.
She is one of those sort of unique
enigmas of the industry
artists.
Again. And this is a pop song. We have spoken about the difficulties of stripping down a pop song.
That's what I mean.
It's a hard concept to grasp.
The stripped sort of performances that she has added to her channel and sort of in the discography do such a good job at sort of putting her outside the pack.
Yeah.
Making sure that she is considered as sort of as good as I think at least she is.
And not just for the vocal quality or the vocal, expertise that she possesses, which is freaking mind-blowing.
She seems to be acrobat forward as well. She likes to...
Yeah, she seems to be very articulate.
Yes.
So I think that's it. This is one of those... She would be one of those performers that I would pay to watch an acoustic performance.
Certainly, that's why I think the strip is a great addition.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does have what would you call it? A high vocabulary in singing.
Eloquent. She's a very eloquent singer.
Yeah. Hello.
Love for you, I'd give no less
see how anchored she is.
Shake hard and dead. All you do is come on, I'm just getting here to collect.
Is this still catchy and poppy?
Still, yeah, maintains the pop element of
You
it.
know that I cry.
Tears of cold. It's a really cool song.
That's a good picture.
That's a great picture. Look at that.
The profile picture.
Woo, yes, girl. So crazy.
Fuck off. She's 21.
She's 21. Jesus, I thought she was like a lot older for some
Morocco
reason.
born, force of nature from Karman. Mani, what the fuck is that?
Manitoba.
Is that the language? No, Karman, Manitoba. Is that the city?
I think that's the place.
Click on her bio.
Yes.
Go on about me section.
Tears of
The section that no one reads. So she speaks fluent in 3 languages: French, Arabic, and English. Well, yeah, most people that speak Arabic for some reason also speak French, or maybe it's really easy for them. Which what a fucking cheat code.
Well, again, there's a lot of back of the throat.
Or also might be geographically
Utilization.
speaking. Like, you know, we know some Algerian
Well,
singers, right? Like
If
they
she's from
all of them.
Canada, the possibilities of her learning French are higher than in Morocco.
I'd actually disagree. I'd say yes, learning
Yes.
fast. I'd say yes, there's a connection between sort of, you know, obviously French Canada, but I think because I generally everyone I know from Morocco also speaks French.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
isn't that mad?
Maybe they teach it in school.
Google it.
Okay.
Yeah, Google it. I want to find
Why
out.
do Moroccan people speak French?
Put Morocco languages.
Okay, Morocco.
Also, one of our lovely editors, she speaks. Well, she's from Morocco, and I think she speaks French because
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
she does this amazing sort of
Her
cooking videos.
videos.
Well, I can say her name, right? Because she's like a public figure anyway.
Oh, yes, she can.
Yeah, her name is Nis. You should check her out on she does a bunch of
Life
stuff.
with Nis on Instagram
Yeah, on
and
cooking.
TikTok.
Just
Every-
magic hands
She cooks
for
the
both
best
editing and cooking.
freaking food ever.
Yeah.
It's just great. Okay,
So many
Yeah.
languages.
languages.
Just go to the far right, mate.
Normally it comes up here.
English, foreign languages, spoken languages. Look, Moroccan, Arabic.
Berber.
What the fuck?
Berber.
Hassania, Arabic, Berber, and French. You see?
Hassania Arabic.
Hassania, Arabic.
Why French though?
I don't know.
You see, it says Middle French. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they all do.
But why?
I also
Do they teach it in school?
No, I also dated a Moroccan girl as well, and she spoke French fluently, like she could just do it.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're correct.
Never asked though.
Yeah, what it is. It's
know.
a very. I don't think it has nothing to do with the geographic position.
Well, actually, if you go to northern African countries like Algeria,
Yes.
they also speak French really well. So I think it might be because they're quite close to France, relatively speaking.
Isn't Morocco closer to Spain? Don't they share borders?
Yes, not too sure, but well, if you're close to Spain, you're close to France. Let's have a look at the
I
map.
don't know.
Well, that's France. That's Spain and Portugal there on top.
Here.
Yeah, and then
This is England.
yeah, that's the UK. Yeah, so that's Spain and Portugal. If you're close to Spain and Portugal, you're fairly close to France, but through the coast, through the coastline.
I suppose, yeah.
Because that's Algeria right there at the bottom.
Wow, I just don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, if you would like to share some of that knowledge in the comment section below, that will help us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
also
know.
mad though, isn't it? Like to do an Arabic podcast. It's quite a bizarre concept actually, because there's so many fucking countries.
Correct.
I just
Correct.
noticed now.
And to be completely honest, they're like in Egypt. I think they speak Arabic, but they also speak Farsi. So
Course, yeah.
so it's like it's an Arabic country, but each country is like their own entity. It's weird,
Yeah, it's mad.
isn't it? Yeah, it's like Afrobeats. It's like Afrobeats.
It's like doing an Afrobeats podcast. It's like what? It's impossible.
And then there's like also Afrobeats in Europe, which also count as Afrobeats. And you're like, what the hell's happening?
We have done 2 Afrobeat specials actually, 2 Africa specials, which I mean, take them as they will. We did try to sort of
Keep them
experience
as-
as much as possible, but it's so hard. And also, there are some, I'd imagine it's the same with Arabic music, there are some industries that are more prevalent and active than others.
Correct.
And they have sort of more famous people. It happens in Asia as well. You know, you sort
Yeah.
of have the monsters, not monsters, I mean like the titans of music. You have the Indias, you have the South Koreas, you have
Yeah.
the Japans. And then you have, you know, maybe smaller industries, like you have the Bangladesh music industry, which we are going to do a music podcast on, by the way,
yes.
soon. It was either that or Arabic. And
Yeah.
because it's been so long since we checked out anything from Arabic speaking countries or anything like that, we thought we'd do it now. But anyways, this is
from Egypt.
right? That's
yes,
right.
it's from Egypt. It's fairly recent. It released about like 4 months ago.
Do you know his name?
Ahmed Mekky.
Nice. That's right, it's Ahmed Mekky, yeah.
Ahmed.
Not that we're reading it, because we don't know how to read this.
Yep, correct. I don't know.
I do apologise.
And I know you read it from right to left.
Really?
Yeah, Arabic, you read it from right to left.
Oh, mad. It's like those mangas.
It's like manga.
Like
yeah.
in Japan.
I don't know if all their texts are the same. They must be,
Japanese,
right?
you read right to left.
I know that you write from right to left. You don't write from left to right.
So they, ergo, you'd read
You
right
read
to
from
left.
the
Is that
correct.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
think so. Ergo. I don't know. Again, I'm such a dummy.
It's
Super
so
ignorant
crazy
here.
learning about different... Anyways, go on. Please, I'm sure there's smart people
I
watching
do
this.
apologize if this is unbearable to watch, but we are trying our best. That's all I
I
can
don't
say.
think it is. It's discovering new stuff. It's fine, you know?
It's learning through you.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. We mix.
First time.
Cool. First
I don't know
time.
who this guy is.
Oh. Oh, look at that freaking throne.
Oh, Jesus. It's like drill.
Is
like
this
drill.
Egyptian drill? That's what I was just gonna say.
It's like UK drill, Egypt version. By the way, I thought I was tripping balls, and I thought those pigeons were actually
No,
not moving, but they are moving.
No,
in my head.
this is just like this. It's an animation, bro.
Yeah,
Come
I know,
on,
but I
come
thought
on.
literally my head was making it happen. Yeah. And we will try and find the lyrics though at the end, but go on.
Okay.
It's like New York drill, actually.
But Arabic, how cool is that? Sick.
What's next? Sick.
He's got a few K in that shade, bro.
That's why it always sounds like cold.
Yeah. I love this video, it's so cool.
الدخل ما بينا ما بانش بشد عالسكة بشد الهاند هاير هاند كنترول جديد لانج رابر باند معايا في الشنطة
I had to look at my speaker, I thought it broke.
دي حتة تانية بس مش هاخد محطة سامي أقوى أعلى قفزة اللي فات كان سخن اللي جاي بيرطب بدي على جو بشيل الحقد وبحط
What the fuck?
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. 100% bang this song.
That is such an abrupt change.
Love it. I think it fits so well with the whole aesthetic of the video. It's so trippy. The whole thing is just like so utopian that it's such a cool, like if you wanted to do something mad, this would be the place to do it. I love the inclusion of like that influence type of like Brazilian funk beat behind it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Very peculiar. So
Cool.
unless you haven't seen other podcasts, you're not very familiar with other industries in the world. I mean, I'd imagine you probably are because you watch Veggie Friday. But Brazilian funk does sound a bit like this, especially in the beat, in the instrumental.
And it's mixed and produced similarly with this type of like percussion sounds that are
Yes.
very similar. So again, that's the beauty of the worldwide music, right? So you get so many influences from so many different parts of the world that have traveled through centuries across the continents, right? And they settle in ways that you would never expect them to.
Well, that's the good argument, right? That's a good argument. I have no idea where things originated, especially when it comes to percussion. It ended up landing in Latin America.
Yeah. It's a good mixture, though. That's the thing. Especially in Latin America.
Yeah, my guess is it all originated, especially, well, maybe not all of it, but I'm just saying, it's either in two places in terms of percussion-wise. It was either Africa as a continent, somewhere, I mean, that's big enough, or South Asia. It's either one of those. Where I think...
Music historically speaking, with my very shallow knowledge...
Yeah.
South American percussion, mainly from Africa.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Mainly from Africa. So some of those rhythms might have originated and traveled, emigrated with
and then,
the movements of the colonization and stuff.
And then industry sort of formed, right? And you got, Latin beats like reggaeton, tum, takum, tum, tum, takum. And then they're so popular, like in Arab-speaking countries, in European countries and stuff like that. But it's mad to see sort of like Brazilian funk-ish beats.
Correct.
Go on, let's proceed.
Because it's so nichey as well. It's like so...
True.
Yeah.
Well, Brazil's not a small place, but...
No, but I mean, it's...
You could live in South America and not know about Brazilian funk.
Correct.
Yeah.
You hear that?
It's more like reggaeton.
But really fast. But like the way the percussion has been picked,
You just mean that snare, because it's like
It's
like a
Brazilian
rim shot.
funkish.
Because of the sound of the snare.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's reggaeton.
So fast though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like fast reggaeton. It's not Brazilian funk.
Get down with it. How cool.
And he evolves to sort of four on the floor. It's very nice.
Imagine clubbing in Egypt. It seems like the place to be.
Not gonna lie, what an idea.
Right?
عندي مع الطيارة نفسي طويل بلعب
Sick!
لاعبين ديف ماشي بقى ناقة كلي بطاقة يخلص عندي مع
Is that
الطيارة
movie?
نفسي طويل بلعب على الصفارة
Big pop movie, yeah.
ماشي بقى ناقة كلي بطاقة
دخلنا بينا ما بنش خدفوشنا ما قامش ما بندمش بالحنية مش بالقفش
عينهم فينا ما تفهمش مش قد البابك ما تلعبش مكانتك حتى وما بتسحبش واحنا الوقت ما بيسمحش
ولا بلا جلا جلا بيطلع بلا محيط ادرينالين بدل المأملة ولا
That's Mustafa.
بلا جلا بيطلع من بلا محيط ادرينالين بدل المأملة.
Yeah, I think that's Mustafa.
فرد زنجر طلع في سبق كلنا حاول يقلد واتمزق مهما الجو غيم غشلة او قلق هيوصل رسالة عشان كده اتخلق
حاطة دريب اقوى ميكس نجمو جنبي نجم حاطة
Drip.
ميكي ويجز متاخدناش باللبس متاخدناش الوش
يلا.
Sick, dude. What the hell? Come on.
Mekky.
ميكس وعملت ميكس ما حدش تاني يعرف يعمله
Remix.
في نظام واحد
It was all like an ad.
قبل اي حد.
Yeah, it's like listen to music here.
It also
Now,
sounds so sick.
It is
But
cool.
can I
What
just
a
say,
freaking sick combo.
His voice with that language, holy shit! It's like it was made from heaven, literally. It was a match made in heaven. But he's so low and shit.
it's-
Damn.
It's in vocal technique we call that damage. That's the voice that's been through the mill, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like that raspiness diphonic edge that you hear. It's something is due to a damage, abuse of the vocal cords. Tiny little.
But Bali's
muscles
saying
inside
because
of
she's
here.
too nice. That motherfucker drinks and smokes like there's no tomorrow.
Maybe not. Maybe that could be just well, probably. But I don't know though. Like,
Maybe he doesn't. But maybe he drinks a lot of
no, it has
cold
to do.
stuff.
No, it has to do with the friction. So friction creates
It's really
scar
breathy when he
tissue.
talks.
So the tissue inside of like the tiny muscles inside of your larynx are so small and delicate. So with a lot of friction, a lot of yelling would create this type of friction.
It'd be like to
and
go wild in clubs.
constriction. Yeah, so that constriction around those muscles with the friction creates scar tissue, and that scar tissue sounds like that. So it doesn't have to be somebody who has bad habits overall, but bad speaking habits. Those could be, those are really clear signs of that. But
You know what?
in this style of music, what a cheat code, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
I met someone. He was like 15. And he spoke like that.
Damage.
How the fuck can you damage yourself?
A lot of screaming, a lot of so to speak with a clear tonality, you gotta be aware that it becomes muscle memory. But say that you grew up building a lot of tension to be heard. So not specifically yelling, but creating a lot of constriction from within the larynx, the muscles, the wall of muscles that surround the vocal folds.
Yeah.
So they constrict in this way. So if you're looking at from a bird's eye view, they come in closer. And imagine trying to speak and work in a really constricted area. So
like a cough, like when you're about to.
Exactly. So that type of constriction creates a lot unnecessary friction that would burn out the muscle tissue. So instead of sounding clean and clear, you will sound raspy and diphonic.
Matt, I want to have that voice, but I don't want to damage it.
Hey, you can achieve it without having. You can access it with different.
So
vocal
maybe he
techniques.
just put it on like that.
Could be.
Maybe his speaking voice is quite low, but it's just sort of normal.
Who knows?
Let
I
us
am
know.
hearing a lot of damage though, but again, who knows?
Let us know.
He is sick though.
I am interested in. There's one of the industries that obviously let us know what you thought about that. But there's one of the
That's
industries
fun.
that seems to be so like prevalent. It kept getting recommended a lot. But before we do that, can we see if we can find out the lyrics of that song?
Sure.
I can't imagine they're gonna be super hard to find because it's a pretty popular song.
And it's kind of recent. It's pretty recent too.
Yeah, it came out this year in Feb, I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna sneeze.
Yeah.
Let's get sounds like that when she's gonna sneeze.
English lyrics.
And then she sneezes like achoo,
Hey,
achoo.
I might be just super. No, there's no
Damn.
genius. Ahmed Mekky, maybe you. Mix match. Oh no, I don't know which song it is. With Wegz. Do you think that's it? Wegz.
No, it's
Wegz is the other rapper. Ah, cool.
just go on the Genius one, mate. Yeah.
Okay. Translate this page.
Yeah, just translate it there.
English.
Maybe the translation's not the best, but it's probably better than
First
nothing.
clip.
With 1,000 bars carrying Philly Babar, each bar with an album hit. Yeah, I don't think these translations are gonna work.
Yeah.
We dominate. Yeah, I think it's like a flex. I just wanted to get sort of what they were saying.
Like
It's like a flexing song. The chorus, go down, go down. Where's the chorus?
I think because he changes into the other guy, right?
Ah, yeah, true.
The
Second verse,
clip.
Weeks.
Yeah.
The inside between us, pulling on the rail, pulling the new higher hand. Line control.
bands.
Rubber bands with me in the bag. There is high school and I am at work. Bank, our efforts are not equal. It's like you're out. You know what? I was thinking about that the other day. You know how much time we wasted in school? I was listening to this comedian talk about it, and he was like he knows how to measure a tree just by the shadow that the tree is casting.
Okay.
How the fuck are you gonna? But he doesn't know how to do his taxes. You know what I mean? It's like after you learn how to add and so he's completely right. He says something like after you learn how to add and subtract, they should have just stopped there, give you the paper, graduate. You know what I mean? Done. It's over.
I don't know.
When was the last time we used simultaneous equations? Never.
Bro, never. Literally
Exactly.
never. I also chose arts as a major, okay?
Yeah, but still.
I have a bachelor's degree in art.
Still, it's like... Yeah. No, but I'm talking school, not university.
Okay.
And then his good point was, you go to school for so long, and then you're not a pro at any of the things you did. Imagine you did anything else for as long as you did geography in school. Imagine if you sang...
For 14 years of your life.
12, you're in school for 12.
Okay.
12 years, and you do 6 hours,
Every day of
and
the
you
same
do at least
skill.
1 hour a day for 12 years of singing. You'd be a world-class singer.
Yeah, there
With
would
that-
be no denying
Isn't
it.
that mad?
And we built absolutely no skill.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh my god.
It pisses me
As
off.
society, we have failed.
Yeah, and he was like, motherfucker, why am I in the woods? That's a better question, measuring this fucking tree. You know what I mean? it's like
Why am
that.
I in this field?
Yeah,
Trip?
let me ask better questions. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's go. So one of the most famous industries, from what I can tell, is the Moroccan music industry, and this is, I think, a Moroccan singer called Manal or Manal, and the song is called Nia or Nia.
Nia.
Let's give it a watch.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
It has subtitles in English, so.
Scream of pain.
Well, if that what your scream of pain sounds like, bro.
That's beautiful.
Oh my god. I hope you don't have to suffer, but wow, you sound beautiful.
Now I feel like it needs a tabla now.
ماشي هذا نبدا قالي خاطر ومشى بادرتك ما غنسى جرب شحال واحد ماشي اي
Beautiful.
كاع ما غنتبدل باش نكون لك انت
Really cool for Glory clothing.
كتحلم عرفتيني بعدا شنو باغية واش عرفت طريقي فين غادية دابا صافي جيني قودي يا خويا هذا ماشي لا بغي نوض وهي.
That's what I love about Moroccan music. You hear so many cool influences.
I'm not
like
sure if this is from
Spanish,
Morocco. I think it is.
like Spanish guitars.
Yep.
Right? Cool. The freaking
Minor percussion.
that is so North African.
Yep.
But then you also hear the string section that it's also very Arabic, like very Arabic influenced type of like chord progression.
Yes.
This is fire. Continue. I love the pop element to it too.
Yeah, I think we're looking at some of the most modernistic pieces. So I guess we're trying to sort of catch up with what the Arabic music industry is more trendy at the moment, because these are, you know, much more less traditional, less orthodox, much more on the modern sort of unorthodox, trendy.
Like fusion.
Exactly. Yes.
Eventually, what it became. But
Very reasonable.
where is that pop influence coming from?
Pop.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
No. I mean in this song. I'll keep continue listening because I can't really pinpoint. Is the 4 on the floor? Is it a 4 on the floor?
there is no
one.
pop.
Yeah.
It's just the vocals. There is no 4 on the floor. There's no pop yet. It is probably gonna be pop, but it's just the vocal equalization.
Right.
You know, it sounds like
Okay.
it's very poppy. Go on.
حدث من عندي حسبي to love هل يكون بوحدي ولا نعيش
The layers.
Yeah.
بغيتي نقولك تقولي اجي لدارنا نهضر بيا غير الوقت اللي ضايع عليا صحاب ليك باقا مازال
Very charming.
Very nice.
تقولي اجي لدارنا
It didn't evolve into what I thought it was going to move into.
It's better.
It's better, yeah.
Oh, interesting percussion.
That's beautiful.
شحال وانا كنتسنى
She's a good-looking woman.
She's fantastic.
تمر ورد وحنة أنا كاع الناس بغيت نسمع كلمة غادي تلقاني حداك كيفاش خليك تما عينيا في الحلال عرفتيني بعدا شنو باغية
I love this song.
واش عرفت طريقي فين غادية
The lyrics are
Really cool too.
very aware. Yeah.
Yeah.
يا خويا هذا ماشي لا بغي نوض وهي شحال بديت من عندي قسمي تو لاف هل يكون بوحدي ولا نعيش في كتاب بغيتي نقولك تقولي اجي لدارنا ما ندور بيا غير الوقت
It feels like freedom if it were a song.
مازال ليا نقولك تقولي اجي لدارنا ما ندور بيا غير
Okay.
الوقت اللي ضايع عليا صحاب ليك باقا مازال ليا.
So, apologies for the interruption, but I'm, you know, one of the most interesting things and intriguing things to me is obviously percussion. That's what I do. In case you're new to the channel, percussion, that's what I love. Bali, singing. Efra, percussion. Walucha, singing. So I have questions. If anyone in the comments could kind of let me know, what are those sort of elements of percussion called? Because I have seen them before. I've never played one of them. It's like I think that maybe in English you call them an air drum. I'm not too sure if that's correct. But also there's like pull a bit forward. You've muted it, mate.
Yeah, I know, so people can see it in big screen, but eventually.
Just
This-
there. Yeah, just there. There.
Uh-huh.
This tiny little hand drum. I wonder what that's called. I'm sure maybe I can do like a Google search, a Google image search.
Yeah.
But it's always awesome to sort of learn through you guys and read the comments. So
Oh,
please
here,
let me know.
Here, he's a good.
Yeah, I think that might be
image.
what they call here an air drum. I'm not too sure. Go on.
It looks like a tambourine, but not really. A lot bigger.
Yeah.
But it's like the same principle.
Yeah.
عليا
It's gonna sound like a loud clap.
Yeah.
More damping.
I like this song. It's so catchy, but it's alternative and it's also folkloric all at the same time. Beautiful women too.
Yeah, what the? They all dress that well every day.
Sick.
That's like that bathroom equalization. You're in a party.
Correct. That is so cool. Love it.
That's
What
a great track.
Brilliant song.
Inspired and directed by Manal well, I'm not gonna, I apologize. And Amira. I'll just say their first name. And then Usana, cinematography. Yeah, it's very well directed
Moonchild
actually.
Records. I love the name of that
Moonchild.
label, okay?
Valeska loves anything to do with a moon.
Moonchild Records. Love that. Freaking cool. That is so brilliant. It's a fantastic production. And it's quite simplistic given the complexity of the lyricism and the musical composition itself. Is a nice simplistic approach to the music video, but it didn't lose the cinematic feel. It didn't lose the train of thought of the inner turmoil. It's actually a really cool, balanced imagery. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it also feels like that, you know, what she's sort of discussing in the, you know, the sort of love conflict that she's discussing in the lyrics. It may be this is representative somehow of what not only she feels, but like what women, or you know, when you're sort of in that situation of like, you know, when you get, you know, you're starting to get a bit older, maybe you're falling in love with someone, but you're no longer so naive, and you also want to have your own goals, but you also want to, you know, perhaps build something together. So you're in that fucking conundrum.
Correct. I think conundrum is the right word.
Yeah. So maybe it represents. I do have a question, dude. If you're from Morocco, do you just dress like that every day?
I don't think so.
Because that's work, like, bro.
I think it's for like special occasions, like how we use our.
You think?
Yeah, like how in Venezuela we wear our folkloric clothing just for special occasions, if at all. But
you don't think in Morocco they sort of just wear that like to the market or to the shops?
I don't know. It's very bedazzled. Dude,
it looks unbelievable.
The fabrics are beautiful.
It's amazing. But then I'll be afraid I'll get it dirty. Not that I don't know if guys can wear it, but you know.
I'm sure there would be like.
What's traditional clothing? Search up.
Traditional clothing in Morocco.
Yeah, for men.
For men. Okay, let's have a look.
Traditional clothing.
Clothing.
Morocco. Traditional Moroccan clothing. You're going.
Yep. Male. Yes.
What would men wear? Oh, they wear something like that.
They wear something.
So awesome.
Oh, wow! Come on, they dress even better. Oh. That's cool.
Well, it's like they dress even better.
That is very bedazzled.
Isn't that the most girl thing to say? Just so you steal other guys' clothes. Go down.
I would totally steal that.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what you call him. I do apologise. But go there, top left, mate. I know you're kind of blind. Baleska doesn't see very well without glasses.
This one?
Yeah.
This is very modernistic.
That looks sick.
What are they called?
I have no idea. I don't know. Can anyone wear them? Could I wear one?
Look, how cool is that? That is fantastic. I'm gonna zoom in more. Yeah.
Go on the right.
This is so cool.
She's good looking.
Fantastic. Yeah, again, I think it's like for special occasions. That's where I will lean towards.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea.
I'd love, again, I think this is also, you know, it's a huge benefit now that, you know, things are kind of opening up more than ever again. So traveling is like a choice now as well. And it's not just, now we can't just do it from the couch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's...
Now we can actually visit the countries.
But it's still the fastest way for us to travel and discover like other cultures. It's just checking out their music, through their music. But yeah, maybe if you've visited or if you're from there, I'm definitely going to text Mix after this. I have so many fucking questions.
This is amazing though. I like it. That's a really beautiful production.
Okay, next.
Okay, next is...
You might want to Google because I can't remember where he's from.
Okay, let's Google it.
I'm going to guess he might be the singer.
Let's see.
Just you have to put nationality because I was searching it up earlier and it wouldn't come up.
All right. Is it from a group? Is this a group?
Just their nationality. See, I have it there before.
It's from Israel.
No, he's Lebanon. He was born in Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah, but I think he may live in Israel.
Yeah, born country is Lebanon.
Yeah, so this is Lebanese, I think. I could be wrong.
Well, maybe... This is from Israel.
I don't know why he said the Israel thing. He's a popular artist from Lebanon. There you go.
Okay.
Let's give it a watch.
Lebanon it is.
First time.
Okay.
I think this is live as well.
Oh, live!
There's quite a lot of live music today on the podcast.
Yay! Ooh.
Oh, this is real.
Yes, sir!
لو في يمسح له الدمع اللي زرعته عخدوه
Whoa.
ضوي له بهدمي شمع ورجع كل شي بده
Blue energy drink.
يرجع كل شي مثل الأول على بالي على بالي لو في يمسح له الدمع اللي زرعته عخدوه ضوي له بهالعتمي شمع ورجع كل شي بده يرجع كل شي مثل الأول على بالي على بالي
I could listen to this all day.
I love that they're shooting this in a pool house.
على بالي على بالي تحكي عن اللي صاير فيه شو غير أحوالي تحكي اللي مخبى بعيني وضعف مثل الحنية حتى القلب الكاين طيب الضايع من حالي يرجع فينا الماضي شوية على بالي على بالي أعرف شو اللي تغير فيه وأساني عالغالي
Yeah, the rhythm section is so tight. I love that.
مش هيدا اللي قلبي حبه ولا خصه بحالي لو في يمسح له الدمع اللي زرعته
It's very mellow. I love that.
ضوي له بهالعتمي شمع ورجع كل شي بده يرجع كل شي مثل الأول على بالي على بالي لو في يمسح له
I was gonna say those are live real backing vocals.
This is real stuff.
This is look at this. This is the type of angles I love. Yeah, the full sound engineer angle. Yes,
At
my
work.
man. And everybody's drinking blue because that's how you should.
Blue drink.
I love it. It's
Can I also
so organic.
look at a small flex in the background?
Oh yeah.
Two ranges there, two Range Rovers, and then on the side there was like another
It's
one.
like I know, and the ping pong table.
As you know, they were just vibing before making
between
such
takes. It's like blasting out a little game.
before making such good music. Again, I think you guys might know this if you've been watching the channel for a long time. If you're not, welcome. But we love live music. I think that's not only because of our background that it is live music. It's so nice to see it in different parts of the world and see their takes and see the way they perform, even if it is on a video platform, how they perform and equalize everything live and what their takes of that raw sort of voice is with. And obviously for me the percussion and the instrumental section is such a big deal and everything is so tight and well done.
It's just a little observation from what we have heard in the male vocal ranges so far today. They all have that diphonic edge.
Yes, seems to be very popular.
Yeah, so that take of like a little usage in the vocal folds, which leads me to believe that maybe perhaps because of the natural requirements of the Arabic language that is so throaty. Like at the back of it, there's a lot of friction that they use in their diction. Maybe that creates that diaphonic edge once translated into singing. These are just a very
presumptions.
But yeah, just very shallow presumptions. But it's interesting
to look at the data on that.
Yeah, but it is interesting. Again, I am learning. So if you have any like information, say, you know, articles or graphs or anything that I could just use for knowledge in the future, it would be very beneficial. I appreciate it in advance.
These are only observations we can make, you know, given our knowledge and just what we can see now. But maybe they're right, maybe they're completely wrong. Go on, let's continue.
It's very good. It's very good.
Level of music is very high. It's really shot up. Yeah.
It's exactly what you would want to hear from a live music environment.
Yeah.
Nothing highly equalized, something that maintains the human essence.
It's highly equalized, nothing.
Ooh. But
nothing
no,
post-produced.
Exactly, with a lot of crazy makeup.
Yeah.
You hear the diaphonic edge? Very nice. What a nice chromatic riff. I love this. The electric violin is so cool.
Ew, that sounds amazing.
I know.
Oh, it's so quirky.
That is cool. Is the undulation of the notes?
يا خوفي بقالي ذكرى بالايام الجاي ما في اتصور انه عمري من دونه ما كاني عايش هالدنيا ومش عايش لو هيدي النهاية يرجع فينا الماضي شوية.
Oh, and he's more comfortable without it as well. What the hell?
عارشو اللي تغير فيه وأساني.
Oh, they do have fallbacks everywhere though, so I suppose.
Oh, that's right. Fucking hell, I didn't see them.
They have amplification literally everywhere.
Fallbacks, in case you don't know, basically the sounds. What it reproduces is whatever you're saying. So they're not what the crowd is. Well, actually, you get to hear what the crowd is hearing.
Yeah.
Or you get to hear what we're hearing. Yes. Because that's what sometimes people put those in-ears on. Mm-hmm. Well, not sometimes, they fucking all need them.
That's what the unit.
Because if not, it's as if the best example maybe is when you sing, when you have your headphones on, you don't know how well you're sounding.
Yes.
You can kind of get a feeling, but you're probably fucked.
Correct. You know? That's very true.
With the in-ears, it's like as if headphones were playing the music, but they also are playing your voice really clearly.
Yeah, what's amplified. Actually, and you can equalize the in-ear mix to whatever you want it to be. So, you can have more of the drums if that's what's guiding you, or you could have more of the bass and whatever. So it's always tailor-made for the singer.
But you notice that the percussionists don't have any.
Yeah, that's correct. But that's because the fallbacks are so
right next to them.
They're right behind them.
Yeah.
Where they should be for a percussionist. So yeah, cool. This is dope.
The drummer should have some though.
Yeah, he does though. Yeah, he does have.
Nice.
How cool!
He doesn't
He's
give a
also
fuck.
not listening to any of it. Yeah, give it to me raw.
They're so amazing. Very impressive.
Very, very nice. Brilliant.
Very
I mean, come on.
very high level of music. That was really good.
Correct. I think that's exactly what. Hello. That was so bizarre, wasn't it? It was like he wasn't here. Again, going back to the video, that was a really meta moment. I love the equalization of the vocals. It's very much the human aspect of live performing. I adore the rhythm section. It's so tight. Everybody was so together. It was like one congealed unity, entity, and I love that. The bass, the minor percussionist, and the drummer, they were all like one person. It was so good.
So it should be, yeah.
Yes, and obviously the keyboardist, an absolute magician, but I think who took it for me? The violinist.
Oh, dude, those vocals,
Sick!
what the fuck? They're so refreshing because we rarely really listen to music like this. So it's super, super refreshing.
It's chilled, but he has an edge of like brokenheartedness.
It's awesome.
It's very cool.
Yeah, well, there was actually, I can't remember the name of the singer. I added her to my playlist when we did the Arabic podcast part 1. Do you remember that? If she was the last singer we checked out on that podcast.
And you were like tearing up because it was so good.
Wasn't tearing up.
Oh, was she tearing up in the music video?
I don't know.
There was something like that.
I don't tear up. I don't cry.
I'm a man.
No, it's not that. Real men cry.
Yes.
Did you know Mike Tyson, who to me is essentially
The
a man's man?
man.
Yeah, literally. You know,
Mike Tyson was crazy though.
No, he's not crazy anymore. He used to be though. He was a wild man. When a man owns a tiger, I think that's kind of your Tarzan. You know what I mean?
Okay,
you won. You know what I mean? But
yeah, okay.
he was explaining that before fights he would cry. But he would cry because he would think of the things that he might do to the other guy, and his family might not like that, and he might kill this guy. So he would get sad because dude, it's fucking unreal.
Can I just say politely?
That's the manliest cry, bro. That's like, I'm going to cry because I'm going
to hurt you. That is the most psychotic thing I've ever heard.
It's not psychotic.
That is weird.
Well, you gotta understand though, when you're fighting, Bali,
you're cuckoo.
It's like you gotta be crazy. You can't be normal. It's a crazy job. It's not a normal job.
No, of course not.
You know, and
I agree with
the
that.
fact that he's made it out and he's sane and he's learned from
the
the past. Yeah, he's. Yeah.
Is he though?
He's fantastic at the moment. He's really amazing to listen to him. Such a wise man.
He's amazing. I like to see him talking, but at the same time it's.
Well, he still has it. He still has that switch.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is he sane though? Is he?
Yeah.
Correct. You know.
He'll be such a cool person
life.
to meet, but I'll be so scared.
I'll be crying.
Hello, sir. Be afraid to sort of, I don't know,
say the
something.
wrong thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you can tell in the Joe Rogan podcast when he went, even Joe shit himself. Joe shits himself from any of his guests. It's a problem, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That guy hunts bears. Like, I don't think he's ever been bear hunting, but he's definitely been elk hunting. But, you know, he hunts, bro. That's also alpha shit. You know? I don't hunt.
No, I buy
Tesco
my meat.
delivers it to me.
Yeah, I buy my meat.
You know? I work out and shit.
By the way, no elk either. Get me some chicken breast that I don't even have to take off the skin because yuck. You know?
Elk sausages.
What the fuck? That is weird. How did we get here? Okay.
Anyways, well,
next.
The next one is very interesting because this one, it's an Arabic and Portuguese song.
Collab. Yes, we love a good collab.
And it's by Saad Lamjarred featuring CALEMA, which I think CALEMA is the Portuguese.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with
singer.
that name. Yeah.
Let's give it a watch.
Okay, let's have a look. Fun. I'm excited. Yeah, I am so familiar with this man.
زعلانة في الباب عايزة كم جواب والله أنا قلبي تاب يا حبيبي
يا حبيبي
لسه فاكراني ولا نسياني Estou com receio que me falem. Tens outro. Se hoje eu vou lembrar sem saber que não
way, also the fashion, freaking 10 out of 10 people. This is amazeballs.
It's weird that I now want to visit tomorrow this place.
Correct.
Wherever they shot this video, whatever club.
Like, I
what
just want to be there.
Because, where's he from? Saad Lamjarred.
I have no idea. Sam Lamjarred.
Wow, he's so famous.
He is very famous. Look at those numbers, my man.
Holy shit.
My man.
You guys, but you know, when you guys send me this stuff, I know, you know, we'll try and send you the most sort of popular people so you know what the scene looks like and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
But it's
we
like
appreciate
Morocco.
Moroccan.
See, Morocco's so popular.
We just gotta move to Morocco.
I have to. I want to.
I just want to be there, okay?
37.
Oh my god.
That guy looks 26.
He does.
Like 10 years younger.
Wow, he's also
He plays
a
the vocals,
dancer.
piano, and the drums. He's also a dancer.
He's also a record producer, my man,
Oh,
and
fuck.
actor.
Oh, fuck.
Also, astronaut.
Yeah. He can also hold his breath for 5 minutes.
And it's a Gemini. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just
He grew up
random
as an
facts.
artist in an artist family and became famous after his song broke YouTube audience records, making him the major figure in Amazigh and Arabic pop. He sings in Berber, Moroccan. Well, I don't know what Moroccan means, and Arabic pop.
Well, it is the
genres.
genres of music, yeah.
Oh, so what's Berber music then? Because Berber is a language, right?
You're correct. What is that?
Music refers to musical
Moroccan
traditions.
is traditional Moroccan music.
Okay, well, we're confused, but we'll figure it out. Go on. Maybe Berber music just embodies North Africa.
So it says it's an ethnic group native to Maghreb. Okay.
As well as parts of Sahara, Nile Valley, and West Africa. Anyways, go on. Let's continue with the song, please. I fucking love this song.
By the way, isn't it funny that Arabic music can translate into reggaeton real quick?
Yes, so intriguing. I wonder if reggaeton is very popular. I think I've probably asked that question before. Like in Turkey, I know it's very popular. In Morocco, I know it's somewhat popular.
In Algeria, it's super popular.
Algeria is very popular. Where else is very popular? Where's that girl from? Well, the girl that did Algeria, that sulking with
Albania.
Albania, very fucking popular.
Very popular.
So I don't know, different parts of the world, reggaeton seems to be popping. And I mean, J Balvin turned out to be Spotify's #1 artist, most streamed artist.
J Balvin.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, baby.
Bad Bunny, worldwide, baby. Last year. So yeah. That's a fucking
And his new album is freaking banging. If you haven't heard it, please go listen to it.
I haven't, but I'll tell you
it's sick.
Go on. Fala means to talk.
Everybody's talking about you.
Contrast the voices.
I know you felt the pain. I'll take it all away.
Best example of seeing the differences in larynx settings when it comes to languages.
Correct.
He's like a completely different person. And actually, it's very intriguing. I'm the same when it turns into Spanish and English. Well, Lucha's the same when she sings in English and Spanish. It's
naturally, larynx settings depend on the language itself, especially on the familiarity aspect of the languages and how whether you have been growing up with a certain specific positioning of the larynx that changes.
So I'd love to hear him talk in Spanish, sing in Spanish.
That would be a really interesting.
Dude, he'll be so fucking good.
I'm telling you, this thing.
It's amazing.
This thing needs a J Balvin in there.
yeah, true. Go on. They even maintain the Portuguese R&B equalization and mastering.
I love the layers. It's such a sexy song.
انتي حياتي عقلي وروحي فيك
I mean, the influences in this song. Give me a charrasca, I mean.
Literally.
Oh, I love it, dude.
عقلي وروحي فيك
What a collab! What the fuck?
Hey! Good, good. I love this. Okay, this man is.
One of my favorite songs we've ever
Oh,
heard.
we've already checked him out once. Do you
He's
remember
that
this
song.
music video? Do you remember this music video? Let me just.
Laham. What the fuck was it called?
Do you remember this? Do you remember?
Wow. Can I just
What
say?
an evolution!
Well, probably this one has 1 billion views or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Yes, that's literally
just the fucking
a
industry.
billion.
Yeah, because I mean the viral.
2015 also.
Yeah, but the viral potential of that in comparison to.
In the hell, that is so cool, bro.
He also looks.
Yeah.
He also looks so different.
Well, you bleach your hair, you're bound to look different. Just saying.
Yeah, that someone said that to me because I got highlights, and someone said I looked at you from the back.
I didn't know
And
who
I had
you were.
no idea who you were. And then she walked right past me. And I'm like, well, that's fucking rude. You know?
Lol.
And then I dropped her a text. And I'm
It's
like,
like-
where did your manners go? And she was so embarrassed. And she said, like,
I literally couldn't know.
no, she thought it might have been me. But she was like, yeah, I know he didn't have highlights on. And I'm like,
Yeah, well.
well, it's tap on the shoulder. Worst case scenario is not someone you thought he was. You make a new friend.
No, that's the most embarrassing thing. That's the worst scenario that you could probably come up with.
Why?
Oh, Efra, it's like waving at the wrong person, waving
Maybe-
back at the person
maybe-
that's not waving at you. That's like
Yeah, that one's kind of rough.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
And I hate it when you're like in a club or something and your friend is like, I'm at the door or some shit.
And you're like waving.
You're
and
like,
then
hey man. And
and then somebody else waves back.
You're like, oh, it's not you. But I just wave because I don't want them to suffer the awkwardness. You know what I
So
mean?
you stand by it.
Yeah, mate. It's not you, but, you know, it's like, you also a mate too. Come on. fuck off. You know, or when someone points at you. Like that. You know?
But you don't
'cause
really
it's your-
know if they're pointing at you or at something behind you. Or...
Now it's even worse because sometimes people come over.
Who the hell points at anything now, though?
Yeah, but sometimes
rude.
people come over. Maybe they've seen the channel, they would want to talk or something. But they look at you for a while. People look at you for a while before they come in and sort of talk. Because it is a bizarre interaction. And we're not like him. Like, because he you know he was him and he's sort of famous and stuff. So it's really weird. It's like same as when we see our favorite YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
well, how the fuck do we approach this? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's like, what do we do?
Yeah.
So you kind of stare from the distance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Observe them. You sort of observe
It's
them.
like in their natural habitat.
We saw when we were in the 80s concert, we saw the guy from Culture Study, and he was sitting above us basically, and it was obviously so loud in there.
We couldn't actually.
And
like,
we couldn't wave. I mean, I don't know if he
can
knows
think
who
what the
we
hell.
are. What the fuck?
Yeah, what
Why
the-
would
why
he?
would-
Why
yeah, why
should
would
he?
he
Right?
know?
He checks out a lot of music from the South Korean music industry. He's a big supporter of 80s as well. He's done work with them in the past, and we looked at him, right?
And then he looked back, and
but
we
we
were like,
didn't know if that's like a cue to
what's the next move?
but he was in like a special section, in a different section. We were literally right in front of the stage, and we were like, oh,
were
well,
like,
what the
oh.
fuck do we do? Now we're just sort of here.
Yeah, so it was like, don't stare too much.
What do we do now? You
It's
know what
like,
I mean?
yeah, it's weird.
But so best advice is, I have none.
Die an awkwardness again.
No, it's not. It's not that it's awkward. It's just
It is so awkward.
You don't want to bother them. At least to me, so you don't want to bother
Exactly,
anyone.
so it's awkward. What the hell? But you might want to like say hi.
It
Yo,
might- it
I
might
love
be-
your videos.
And the thing about us, I love it. Like I love talking to you guys, and it's even cooler when you like talk. Maybe you like, I discovered this musician or
Oh,
this,
it's
or
the best.
I love it when you check out these videos and stuff, or you give us ideas, and it's like, what a fucking great conversation.
And it's like you've made friends, like you've made friends for life. It's like it's that moment is so intense.
Yeah, and then after like a conversation like that, you ask for a picture. It's like, well, why not?
I
I was gonna ask for a picture, right? You know what I mean?
Can I have a picture with you?
Yeah, I'd take a pic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I imagine when you get to his level, because he's obviously had songs have
billion.
billion views and stuff.
But that was
It
the
must be
song
so weird.
that was the song that put him out there.
It's like his Harlem Shake.
That's
Yeah, it's like his Harlem Shake.
yeah, it was the Harlem Shake of Morocco.
Man,
Now
okay.
that I remember, yeah.
Let's check
Next.
out Majid Al Muhandis.
Muhandis.
I
I don't know why I'm correcting
Al
you.
Shooq. Shooq? Someone
was
said you
2020.
have to check this out. It's a
live
bit more
music.
traditional. It's live music. Let's give it a watch. I don't know where he's from. We'll check it out at the end.
Wow. That's what I call a set.
That fucking came out of nowhere. Hey man, some of these women are gorgeous.
لو قلبك تناساني يجي بكل وقت وتلقاني على خبرك مهما تناسيت أدري فيك تهواني أنت تحبني ولا تكذب على عمرك ما مل صبري
Oh, Sword, you sing?
تحداني يفوت عمري وانا للحين منتظر
I love the percussion section.
انا بدونك ترى
These women are absolutely stunning.
بيزيد حبك وباقي في الحشا قدر تعال ابي اعرف
What a voice, though.
ابي كثر صبري كثر ما تضري علي تعال انا منتظر
Those.
تعال يا بعد روحي وكل ناس وهلي تعال ابي اعرف وش كثر مشتاق لي ابي كثر صبري كثر ما تضري علي تعال انا منتظر تعال يا بعد روحي
Everyone knows it. I might do a dance before.
ما فيه مثلك ولو غيرك تمنى
It's so easy and effortless and fuck.
That's exactly what I was just evaluating at the moment. The easiness, like the ease in which they sing, the
Yes.
both of them, they got absolutely no effort, no necessity for anchoring. Like they don't need to outsource energy for the singing quality of the vocal tonality as well. And it's quite a demanding setting. I mean, come on, look at that. You have a whole orchestra section, a whole minor percussion section, drums, bass, and guitars and stuff. And then you are obviously it's like a theater setting, so that plays to their advantage singing wise.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of demand, and they are approaching it in the most relaxed, in the most easygoing way of singing ever, which gives you this like this is just to sit back and enjoy, you know?
It's gonna be very hard to sort of be perhaps that is the name of the composition, so we can perhaps try and find lyrics, because I think in a composition like this, if we are able to find the lyrics, you know, it will probably add more value. And I do apologize that we can't sort of find the lyrics to some of these pieces, because, you know, we're only seeing probably half of the picture, if any. There's only so much we can depict from musicality and kind of knowledge of composition, but that's it. So the piece does sort of inspire the sense of serenity. Also, it seems to be geographically, the singers, Arabic singers, also do seem to, when they want to in pieces like this, do portray this sort of feeling really well of effortless ease, perhaps connection with
easy
a
going, kind of like a summer breeze feel to it.
Yes. So,
Again, I don't know. It also is the key in which they're playing in the composition is set at, right? So that plays a huge role in the whole composition of the song, and it dictates exactly where the song will go, the key in which is set. Obviously, what is really cool is the marching feel of the percussion that instead of igniting motion in a party like environment, it gives you this like sway idea of it, as if you're like in a boat.
Yes.
Right? It's really cool. I really like this song.
The imminent feel of movement without inciting chaos.
It's like a heartbeat, like a resting heartbeat.
Yeah.
Right.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But
you see how relaxed.
It's also an air of gratefulness, gratitude.
Very humble performance. But you see, there's no effort. He's got such a charming smile.
That sounds nice. Wonder what it's called.
It's a beautiful venue. Look at that.
Fucking hell, the crowd knows when.
Great, yeah. The drummer's living his best life. Did you see him? He was living his best. Look at the drummer. Look at his face. Elated.
Must sound amazing when you're there. Notice how the drummer has never hit the snare once.
Oh, correct. Oh my god. That man in the white suit is one with the music. He is absolutely an entity.
Should take like one of those videos, huh? The story.
It's a lengthy piece as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there towards the end they added this snare.
Brilliant. That song was hers. The whole time. That was her song,
That
okay?
videographer loves that girl.
Well, she was loving life.
She was fucking
She
the best.
She really
the best
was.
example of what everyone was feeling.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, that she knew every word.
Yeah. Also, why is everyone so good looking?
I have no idea.
What's every woman?
Like, absolutely
Dateable.
freaking Mrs.
Okay, let's divide them into single and married.
Listen, that was great. I love the whole idea of just singing.
Can we find the lyrics? Do you think perhaps
I
we
don't
could?
know, yeah.
Just put Majid or Majid.
Why would it be French, Efra?
How the hell was that French?
You sounded so French.
Croissant.
Okay, let me just have a look.
Put lyrics.
Lyrics.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna find it. Because I don't know the name of the song. I have no idea.
What's it?
Maybe it's that. Oh, no way. Fuck
English
off.
Translation? Is it this? Yeah, but how will we know? Persian.
It's in Persian. I have an idea.
Yes.
Yeah, I have an idea. So go to the original video.
Really long. Okay, yes.
And then you see those letters.
Here it is.
Yeah. Copy that.
The characters.
Oh, you didn't copy it.
Oh.
Yeah, copy that and then put it into Google Translate.
Ah, okay.
See what it means.
Clever.
And if it's anywhere along the same lines, we're kind of fucking there, aren't we?
Okay, Google Translate.
Yeah. I love it, man. I think definitely this is probably one of my favorite. The thing is, I don't know why I don't listen to it enough.
What, Arabic music?
Yeah, dude, I love it.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
It would recognize it. Yeah. Let's have a look. Longing shakes you. Yeah, longing you probably. So I think it's probably the correct one.
You will long. Well.
Yeah, it's kind of
There's
it's
only
Google
one word
Translate. No, long is enough.
Okay.
You will long if your heart forgot about me. Time will bring you back, and you will see me still thinking about you. No matter how much you pretend that you forgot, I know what it is in the inside. You still love me. Don't lie to your life. Damn.
It's like, don't lie to yourself. You know what it is.
Oh, don't stop playing yourself, girl. My patience didn't get bored waiting for you, and it challenged me for you. My life will pass out, and I am waiting for you. By the way, me without you will live lonely. Your love will grow, and your destiny will stay inside of me. Come on, I want to know. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Your love will grow, and your destiny will stay
inside of me. Your destiny.
That's such an interesting line, actually, because you can depict that in so many ways. It's as if, because
it also might have been a mistranslation.
Sure, but perhaps the gist of the sentence is there.
Correct.
As if you're both intertwined by the all-loving mother of fate. Mother Nature, right?
Oh. Mother Nature is the one responsible for fate?
No, but in the sense of, that's usually a feminine figure.
Ah, and you think destiny is a feminine figure?
Probably, yeah.
I don't see it.
Because it's all, yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know.
I don't see it.
You see destiny as a male figure?
I don't see destiny as neither.
Just is.
It's an entity. Like,
oh, fuck off. Anyways,
no, I don't know. You asked me, I answered. Why are you offended?
No, I'm not offended. I just wish I hadn't asked.
Why are you not agreeing with me?
No, I don't see it as a woman either. I'm just thinking poetically from the lyrics perspective. I mean, it's what a far-fetched idea.
Correct.
You know, that it's sort of talking about in that sense that she is his fate and he is
I see it more
fate.
like it's engraved, like
she is his fate, he is her fate.
There's
like
no way of arguing. Okay,
no, I win.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
yes,
okay. No, but yeah, I think that's probably what it is, and I think I'm right. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know whether this is the correct one, so I don't want to keep reading in case we're just reading the wrong thing. But
most likely,
if it is, we're kind of getting the gist of it, and I don't think the translation does it justice.
It's a good song regardless. I love the whole feel of it. Again, it's like easygoing, but it feels a bit like there's motion to it, so that has a poetic idea too, right?
Yeah,
it's like, why add such movement-inducing percussion when it's a longing, a song about longing, right? So there's a lot of aspects of the composition itself that can be broken apart. Oh.
Yeah. Here's a question.
Yes.
To people watching, what is the most popular genre overall in Arabic music? Would it be like stylized in this manner? In this style of lyrics, style of musical composition? Let us know. But anyways, what do we have next?
Okay, next. Oh, okay.
Oh yes, we're very looking forward to this, and I have no idea where it's from. I think it might be
like
Lebanese.
It looks like a Tiny Desk concert.
Yes, but everyone was like, you have to. If you choose anything else, you choose this.
Okay.
So we were like, yes, sir.
Okay, say no more.
Yes, miss.
So this
Go
is Soukaina FAHSI. In the
FAHSI.
FAHSI.
Kharboucha.
Yeah, but in Binatna Live Session.
It's this, mate. Look, there you go.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to have a go.
Yeah, I know. So am I, but.
I know I'm murdering.
Imagine how people like that's when what people are feeling right now is what we feel when people speak in Spanish.
Yeah, but I appreciate the good effort.
Yeah, same. That's what I mean. That's what they feel. But then I'm like, you're wrong. Go on.
Oh, it's an acoustic bass. Electroacoustic. It's beautifully mixed though.
Oh, we're in for a ride here, I know.
That's a threadless guitar.
Fretless.
Fretless.
Fretless, yeah. With an F.
I know, sorry.
It's also like 12 strings.
So it's not a guitar then, maybe.
What does she got? Cajon?
Kinda. It's not really the same, but similar. Yeah. Cool angle.
حركتي الغلة وسبيتي الكسيبة وصقتي المساكي في النعم يتمتي الصبيان
I love her.
She's fantastic.
كل شيخ كل عبد كل مقدم
Oh no, it is a couple, yeah.
She's just not sitting on it.
وفينك عويسة فين الشان والمرشان ويلي
Okay, we'll go step by step. I mean, fuck, you know, that was
It's already
I had no idea that.
past the midway point.
Oh,
what a shame.
So lots to sort of discuss and break down. The most interesting sort of aspect of it is obviously that bass line because it creates this illusion that's like it feels like a 7/8 something like that. But it's not. What's really interesting in this type of environments is that you're able to highlight things that in a bigger setting cannot become diminished and you can't really hear them. It's a different experience. It actually feels more tactile. That's sort of I think what the whole idea of acoustic settings are for. So maybe the idea of Faouzia, apologies if I mispronouncing your name, the stripped version of things. So you feel them, they're a bit more tactile, they're a bit more, what would you call them, impactful in the sense due to their rawness. And in this type of environment, maybe you look at the Spanish music industry, they do a really good job of this. I would have imagined Arabic music would do just as good of a job, if not better, because it's essentially the origin of what a lot of Spanish stuff does come from them. So it's super intriguing in the sense of you have the ability to utilize intricacies that are simply not available in many other industries. Another industry that does this really well as well is the Indian music industry. They do like to pursue difficult musical journeys just like this one. She seems to do the most intricate things vocally and not musically speaking, being the most intricate note, what would you call it?
Journey?
Yeah, it's like an embarkment. Like,
you see, I don't think she's doing anything ridiculously, technically speaking, outrageous. I think it's the performance of it is like exactly how she has decided to take the journey.
Right.
Because it's not, when you think about it, it's not vocally acrobatic. It's not some vocal acrobat, like, you know, it's not, she's not riffing from one journey to the other. It's actually, it's very tactful, and I think that's the word, because it's very well thought through. It's more about the tension that you're building and the journey in which you're moving from one note into the other. Is the swing, is the pullback, it's the play with the rhythm that's actually really interesting here, and she's really aligned with the piece because she's also part of it, rhythmically speaking, and that plays a huge role for a singer. Because when you have an isolated singer, say somebody that's its job in the band, the composition of the band, it's to carry out the singing phrase, a lot of the elements of unison or hive mind like settings become lost if you're not playing an instrument. So even if it's like a small part of the rhythm section, you are now part of that unity mind, like that you have to cohesively adhere to. And in this particular performance, she is leading a lot of the entrances.
Kind of what you're seeing, yeah.
So she is like she's the music itself. So it's not about the vocal acrobatics, yeah, that you could possibly see in an acoustic setting like this. This would be the place where you want to see the most outrageous vocal journey. But she understood the piece in a way that it's music, you know, like even her voice is part of an instrument, and that's how I'm seeing it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
تعديتي وخسرتي الخواطر ظنيتي القيادة الدوام.
You see, she's like,
والجيد ما بقالوشان والرعواني زدتيه القدام. سيرة عيسى بن عمر يا وكل الجيفة يا قتال خوت ويا محل الحرام.
wow, what a resolution.
That was hard. What the hell instrument is that? What do you call that?
ولا بس ولا بس ولا بس هاك الدق بلا قرطاس.
What?
Yeah, that's a hard ass arrangement. Pull it back all the way for halfway. Play that shit again. That's such a hard arrangement.
Well, this is where people go back to naturally.
So that's when she comes in rhythmically, right?
Yeah.
وخايتي لك الأيام والأيام الأيام يا ما القهرة وظلام وفينك عويسة فين الشان والمرشان شحال غيرتي من عباد شحال صفيتي من سياد بلا شفقة وبلا تخمام.
Yeah, I think that was a 7, 8 or a 4.
حرقتي الغلة وسبيتي الكسيبة وصقتي المساكي في النعام يتمتي الصبيان بالعرام. ويلي كل الشيخ كل عبد كل مقدم وخسرتي الخواطر ظنيتي القيادة الدوام والجيد ما بقالوشان والرعواني زدتيه القدام. سيرة عيسى بن عمر يا وكل الجيفة يا قتال خوت ويا محل الحرام. ويلي ولا بس ولا بس ولا بس هاك الطاقة بلا قرطاس.
Nice.
Such a suspended ending.
I fucking hell. The fact they got that right though, mad.
Bass.
Ayub Machi, guitar. Elias. Oh, is it oud?
Oud. An oud.
It's an oud.
Very charming. Very charming.
She's
Again,
awesome.
hard. Hard. Very hard.
That was actually quite difficult, rhythmically speaking. That was very hard. That's like a song you have to listen to a few times, and then you, especially that last arrangement is quite rough. I think that's why everyone was fucking yes, we got it. And that mid section there.
It's like the syncopated. Cuts. They're pretty cool. My God, man. I like it though. I like it. I think it's one of those. I understand why it would create so much conversation because it's one of those compositions that don't have the natural fluidity, but in their disruption there is a cohesive feel to it too. There's a flow to it too. It's cool. It's an interesting.
It's a good song to add drums to. I wonder if they have a one with the drums. But I'm definitely downloading that and I'm fucking drumming my ass off. Dirty South.
And also, I knew it was gonna be quite like a tension building type of, given the chord progression of the bass at the beginning. I knew it was going to build some type of like atmosphere that creates naturally a lot of tension, just based on the key that they decided to go in, like sharps and stuff. That it gives that kind of like you're suspended in air. All right, next. This is Balkes Entaha.
Is that the last one?
I think so.
I think she was the last because I remember like very, very, very.
This is from the.
I don't know where she's from.
UAE.
UAE.
I can't say it. Yeah.
Not sure.
I think so.
Okay.
All right, but let's have a. I said I think so. Let's have a look.
Go watch.
Oh, does you have?
Yes.
Directed nice. Here.
مفروض أعاني من جراح.
Wow. What a voice.
بالعكس أحس بارتياح. ليتها من أول ما ابتعد. البال مصدوم.
So this is closer to what the reference you were making earlier of Brazilian funk.
Yeah, Brazilian funk. And then you have the freaking Spanish guitar coming through.
Very, very peculiar. And also it seems, perhaps could because of the language, you get female singers who are perhaps a bit more, what would you call them?
Beautiful alto.
Yeah, perhaps more, well, it could be because of the language, I'm not too sure. Maybe perhaps the language, the larynx setting is a bit lower than naturally.
No idea. Could not be able to tell you. I don't have enough Arabic, friends that speak Arabic.
But it's very hard to find though, especially at this level. I think that video has like 50 million views. 30. And popular singers that seem to be altos coming from the Arabic music industry. They are very sort of full resonant voices.
Yeah, they rest really low in the resonance.
Yeah, but let's continue. Go on. Just an
cool,
observation.
though. I also love the pop feel to this.
Yes, this is probably more
commercial. But
commercial.
again, why is it? Because you're not hearing the same pop elements that you're familiar with, like say here in the UK. You're actually hearing completely different, but you still know this is pop music.
I think maybe what you mean by that is you know that it's mainstream music in Arabic music.
That's popular music.
Exactly. So remember, mainstream music always has the same sort of what would you call it?
Equalization? Is it like post-production?
Not equalization, but they do fall under a specific criteria.
Right.
You know, like much more, like for example, how did you know the previous song was not pop?
Correct. That's what I mean.
Well,
I don't know.
The fucking unbelievable, intricate time signature.
Good point.
You know, here it is Brazilian. No, it's okay. It is Brazilian. You know, it does feel like Brazilian funk. It's obviously not. But that's pop music. Right. Funk is the pop of Brazil.
Okay, yeah, no,
you see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But isn't it weird that innately we know
the layers?
I think it's how the vocals are mixed.
She's quite small. a nice outfit.
I love it, yeah. Oh, what a guy. I can see why her turmoil. That's torture.
What the hell is he eating? A banana?
What? I didn't see.
Oh, nice.
وكل من نبي نلقى السعادة في العافية.
Oh my god, look at that outfit.
حورية للغة سهلة ما عليه من دون
Ah, nice change.
شفت غير ما عدى بعيوني أمير ما دام ما عدني قصار.
It's always the guys that look like that, isn't it? What a hot guy. Moving on.
You know what? You know what's a good line? That line she said, "I don't either love him or hate him. My heart is mine."
Yeah.
That's
That
a mature line, dude.
That's full recovery. That's what it is. That's past the heartbreak.
No.
That's full recovery.
I think that's denial.
No, I think that's
Dude,
like
to deny that your heart, it's much more, what would you call it,
You're
fragile and swayed by love or hate. You're a fucking idiot if you think your heart doesn't operate in that manner.
so.
'Cause
It's
it
not
does.
mature then.
It's not mature, no. But it feels like
It's a different perspective. That's for sure.
Mature, it feels withered.
Yes.
Mature was the wrong word, but it feels withered, and that's the turmoil
That's
of the
what it
song.
is. Yeah, exactly.
She still loves him, but she still hates him. He hates the fact that the love is love is not sufficient anymore. You know, but he's a broken car. He is a fucked up kitchen. You know,
He's the drinking
he
guy.
is a good-looking man that drinks too much. That's like the idea of that is obviously what would you call it? Metaphorically speaking, it's because alcohol is essentially poison. It's the man that's willing to poison himself.
Yes, correct.
Blindly.
And you no longer see him as a prince because there's no castle to live in either. So that I love her lyricism. This lyricism is cool.
Very good.
Yes, again, thought provoking. I
Go on.
love that it has subtitles. It makes me feel included.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is I do apologize. We couldn't do the same with the other songs.
Oh my god, but he's gorgeous.
الأضمى منا ما قدر انتهى لحب نكرهها
Yeah, that line.
قلبي ما يحبني بدون حيل ولو علي ما يضريهم علي لو ما في غيره حيرجع له مستحيل انتهى.
That's a one strong woman because I would go back. If he looks like that, my god. Moving on.
أحب نكرهها قلبي ما يلوحني بدون حيل ولو
I love that take. Wow.
علي لو ما في غيره حيرجع له مستحيل.
Well, even if it was the last person alive.
I would go back. It's the forbidden fruit, you know? I love that. She's gorgeous. Beautiful.
تدرون؟ لازم الوحدة فينا تعرف متى تقول انتهى. قولوا وراي. انتهى. لكل شخص جرحني، آلمني، وثقت فيه وعطيته وقتي وقلبي وفرحتي وحبي واهتمامي ورماهم ورا ظهره. انتهى. لكل شخص حاول يكسرني ويسخر مني ويحجمني ويحجم أحلامي وطموحاتي. خلاصة الكلام؟ ما عدى بعيوني أمير مدامه ما عدني قصر.
Not as your queen, but as your castle.
Yeah,
As if that was his most prized possession.
correct. A trophy girl.
Fuck me, dude.
Oh, Sheen. I love the imagery.
You know what? I
okay?
keep saying it. This is one of my favorite songs. After every song.
No, but it's funny because I think all of the songs we played today are going to
The
be
level
played.
stayed very high.
Very, very
high. There
consistent.
wasn't a dip. Like it was all very, very high music.
Also beautiful imagery because it's like she's locking away the key to her heart. He's eating the forbidden fruit. All of this kind of like I don't know, archetypal imageries. I like it. This is cool. It's
Yeah, I mean-
really well directed.
Yeah, you wouldn't you'd be a fool if you didn't make that collection that you made with the fruit, right? It's like,
well, that's what I think.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the correct one as well. Is I can't imagine what else could it be?
Well, it was such an emphasis in the
right.
Yeah,
what else could it be? And then the key, the the lockets and the box.
And she's like a gatekeeper towards the end,
yeah,
right?
I think you've nailed it. I was just trying to sort of see what else there is. I can't see any other interpretation.
Although, you know what's interesting that I haven't really been able to pinpoint anywhere? It's the sewing of the background that they put up at the end. All the women together. It's like all scorned women come together. Like, I don't know, sew the little hearts.
No, because she says at the end, all the people I've trusted, all the people that have hurt me. So maybe it might, because they're sort of faceless, these women, right? That they're sort of sewing with her. And maybe they are... They're sort of this, maybe she's what do you call that word? Sewn? Resewn?
Resewing?
Yeah, herself to a certain extent, because it's a bit torn up.
I think it might, because given the fact that it's all women, I think maybe perhaps it's like for all the women that have gone through the same.
I think it's like a more general.
It's like it's like they're all coming together, creating this.
Yeah. Basically,
thicker skin.
Yeah, basically, that song's just a big fuck you to that model, that guy.
Oh my god, what a great cast, though. It makes it difficult to envision.
Turns out he's the loveliest guy ever. He's the nicest man
Correct,
ever.
he probably has a wife and kids.
Yeah, he's the nicest man ever.
Correct.
Anyways, look, guys.
Nice.
The level, as I said, the level of music stayed very high. Thank you so much if you stayed this long, and I do hope everyone did, because, I mean, obviously, you would have missed this part of the podcast. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Also, let us know what other type of music you'd like us to check out next. I don't have any big announcements yet. Do stay tuned onto the community post, because then we'll announce who we have for Feature Friday Plus.
Yes.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks so much for giving us a chance and discovering music with us. Perhaps you're watching from one of these places. Perhaps you're watching from some other part in the world. Let us know in the comments.
If this is your first time listening to any of these artists, let us know down below, and let's share our first impressions together. Thank you all so much for the constant support and the sharing of information in previous podcasts. We appreciate, because we're learning with you in this constant journey of discovering music.
Apologies if we made any mistakes. I'm sure we did, and made wrong presumptions or wrong guesses and pronounced names incorrectly.
But we had a blast discovering brand new artists from the Arab music industry. Again, see you soon,
guys,
people.
goodbye.
Bye-bye.